My name is Anneke Winegarden. I am the Nordic Ski coach at Carleton University. I'm the head coach, so I'm responsible for leading team practices, organizing team programming, team training, and overall management of the team. I've been involved in coaching for a really long time. It was actually one of my first jobs when I was a kid. I was 13 years old coaching synchronized swimming. I pursued kinesiology as a field of study through my academic years, and then a local club had a posting for a coaching position in a Nordic skiing role, and it was a perfect fit for me because cross-country skiing was always my favorite sport growing up. So that's how I got into coaching cross-country skiing, and it's been my career that I've been pursuing ever since then. I was really lucky in high school to have two pretty awesome female influences coaching me. I was on the alpine ski team, and we actually had my mom as one of the coaches, and she was the strength coach for the team. And so it was really awesome because she was so passionate about it. I'm also pretty passionate about strength training for endurance athletes, and I think that's where a lot of my passion for strength training came from. And I also had a really awesome female coach on the running team. And she was always just like super enthusiastic, and she saw that there were so many girls on the team that were cross-country runners that also went over to cross-country skiing. So she decided to just pick up cross-country skiing to kind of follow us through, to have another female coach along for the ride. And it was really kind of inspirational to see her pick it up to try and stick with that cohort of girls all the way through high school. I've been really lucky to come up through the system that is intentionally trying to support and bring up female coaches, which has been really awesome because it's really changed from female coaching not really being something that anyone was really worried about to, over the past 10 years, it being really recognized as we need to support female coaches, we need to provide scholarships, we need to provide opportunities, we need to provide funding for these female coaches. So one of the things that I've been fortunate was to see this growth, and I've experienced a lot of support through these mediums, which is also really awesome. I think there's still some room for growth though, because although there is acknowledgement of this being an area that should require funding and support, there's still kind of a gap between providing that support to coaches and then actually following through to bring these coaches to the positions that could be filled by female athletes. So we're in an area right now, at least in cross-country skiing, where we're really focused on training and mentoring the coaches, the female coaches, but we're not necessarily putting them in the positions of high-performance coaches in the country. My goal as a coach is to help build a cohort of athletes that are autonomous and knowledgeable in order to be able to build up a group of athletes that could essentially coach themselves. I would love to see, or I would love to be a part of leading athletes to a point where they understand their training and they're able to make really smart decisions about how they want to modify their training. And in cross-country skiing, the whole exercise physiology, building your workouts, the mental side of it, it's really important because of the individual nature of the sport. The athletes do a lot of their training on their own and end up doing a lot of decision making on their own. So my goal as a coach is to help teach the athletes how to do these things on their own so that they are more confident and more successful athletes. The most rewarding part of my job is actually working with the athletes, especially working with the Carleton Ravens right now. They're an awesome group of athletes and they're really hardworking, and that really motivates me as a coach. When the athletes really kind of take on every challenge that you set out for them and make smart decisions and really want to improve themselves, it's really rewarding to guide them along that process and see them improve over the time that you coach them. I feel like I'm in a unique position having come to coaching through an academic pathway. I feel like a lot of high performance coaches end up going through a high performance athlete pathway to become a coach. So my challenges might be a bit unique in comparison to some other coaches that have come up from a different pathway. I think the biggest challenge that I've kind of run into as a high performance coach is being taken seriously. I often walk into a room full of like 40-year-old male coaches, and I'm the shortest person in the room. I was often mistaken for an athlete. And so holding my space and being taken seriously was probably one of my biggest challenges. And the way that I decided to overcome that was by overcompensating in my confidence and my knowledge and my background in cross-country skiing and coaching in general. I pursued a master's degree in exercise physiology. I did a whole bunch of coach training and now hold one of the highest coaching certifications in the country. And so that's how I kind of overcompensate on the confidence to kind of feel like I am belonging there and not just kind of, you know, the short person in the back of the room.